welcome. My name is Obeda. Welcome. Today I want to share with you middle class Africa. The people we call middle class. There's a term that they use. They say this is a middle class, and I want to share a few thoughts on them. And usually, they are the educated. They are the working class. They are the professionals. Usually, they work in with the government. So they could be police officers, military officers. They could be doctors, lawyers, engineers, accountants, project managers. The people who take some level of substantial, salaries. And they are the ones in charge of the economy. They're also the bureaucrats. So these are the people that I want to talk about. I think that many of the problems that we face in Africa, the ones that we can solve, the ones that are under our control. When I say problems in Africa, I know that many of the problems in Africa were not created by the Africans. They were created by the rest of the world, especially Europeans and the Americans, the powers that control the world, and that have been controlling the world for all these years. But there are a few things that we can also do to at least fight back and make life a bit more comfortable for our people. But I've also seen that the middle class, they have been programmed to be very much self-focused. They focus on themselves, they focus on their family, they focus on things that benefit only them. Many of the people that hold big positions, they drive the big cars, they live in the nice areas. If you see them work so much to correct anything, a lot of the times it's something that benefits them directly. If you see there's a problem that they jump in quickly to solve, it's because it's just against them. If anything hurts them, if anything pains them, they move fast to correct it. But when anything is against the masses, the people they consider down, they take their time to correct it. They are in charge of our economy. The people I'm talking about, the middle class, our mates who are holding big positions, the mates in the lecturers, the doctors, they've been groomed to be very much self-focused, so they care about themselves and their families. And much of it is because of the conditioning that they had from the school. The school has really hurt a lot of them. Our middle class, if they were taught with African-centered education, I think they'll be selfless and they will feel the pain of the people that they have to serve. The people that they have to serve. They will see the pain, because there's no leadership if you can't feel the pain of your people. You don't become part of the people. If you get to any of the people, like people work in government, in parliament, and a lot of the times they are not working. They are building their profile. They are building their career. They want to become big. They want to become the president. They want to become big institutional head. And for majority of them, that is the achievement. They don't measure their achievement by the lives that they have changed. They measure their achievement by the salary that they are getting, the power that they control, the popularity that they have now, the influence that they have, only for themselves, not to change lives. And so when they see the errors, their conditioning is that they don't feel the pain, because that is not part of the profile that majority of them are building. We can have maybe few of them who may not be guilty of these my accusations, but majority of them, we deal with them. They don't feel the pain. They don't readily do things to support their people. This is the middle class. They don't readily do anything to support their people, And so if we don't do something about it, we really have to recondition them, retrain them, and resensitize them to feel the pain of their people, to work in the interest of all of us, and to be selfless so that our country can develop. Because until that group, this group holds a lot of positions. They are in the parliament, they are the lawyers, the judges, they are the doctors, they are the engineers, they are the ones holding they are the ambassadors. If we don't get them to see the need to work towards the dignity of our continent, of our people, majority, the bottom line, the people at the bottom will struggle for a long time. And yet Africa is judged not by the people at the top. We are judged by the people at the bottom. Because that's why when all these so-called organizations, which I don't agree, when they come, they put the camera at the bottom. Not so much the areas that we are doing well. Look at how Africa has been branded. We've been branded from that position. So no matter how well we do, the so-called middle class do, is still not seen as enough, and we can judge ourselves. We should not let somebody else come to judge ourselves. And so if you're in that position, take it upon yourself to show interest in the well-being of your people. If somebody is building a business and you're in that position, and he's a country person, if he's an African, if he's a Ghanaian, do something to help them succeed. You should be the one to extend hand to say, what can we do to make it easier for you to succeed? Because you need a lot of your people to develop product, to build factories, to build manufacturing plants, to feel comfortable becoming hugely successful in their own country without paying bribe or paying anything to anybody. Building farms, building properties, building houses for people, manufacturing things, building schools, building hospitals. If you should be the ones, you should not be competing with the people building businesses in terms of who is richer. If you work in a government position, if you take government position, your duty is not to become rich. Your duty is to use the power that is accorded you to make life better for majority of your own people. And so if a Ghanaian is there, if an African is there, and there is a Chinese or a European, your first mind, it should be automatic that what can I do to support my own first? Because if you go to China, you stand there and the Chinese is standing there, they will not think of you first. They will think of what do we do to support our kind. But our middle class would have to be reprogrammed to see this. It's a major problem. They think that they are fair. Let's be fair. You cannot be fair when your people are suffering. Make sure that you protect the interests of your people. But the selfishness can be that high. And therefore, they think that when you die, where are you going to take the things that you accrue? All the deals that you're doing with people who don't even come from here. But when it comes to your own people, you put so many impediments to frustrate them. A part of the problem is because you've been wrongly conditioned and educated. And so long as you are in a position of power and you are not doing anything to help your people, you cannot be proud of yourself, because you cannot assess your achievement by the power or the position that you have in a society. Your achievement should be measured by the lives that you have changed, the policies that you have implemented that are helping your people to become better. How many employment have you created in your community since you took that position? How much funds are you making available to help your people to succeed? You cannot say that, we have tried one or two of them, they didn't, they failed us. But we have also tried many of you, and you have failed us, but we still try you. So you cannot give up on your people. You have to be open-minded and see that the world has changed. And you have to have confidence and believe in your own people. And no matter how many times that they fail you, you still have to give them a chance, and you still have to push them. And if you're in that position, that's what you have to do. Don't just say that, I have money. When I'm sick, I will go to England. Make sure that the hospital is said that when you are sick, you go there yourself. When you're sick, you go there yourself. Because a lot of you are in that position to make things better for our youth, for our people, and we have that. So I'm talking about the middle class Africa, and majority of them, I'm saying that they're too self-focused. They have no clue of competition and building their own people to be wealthy and to be innovative and to be entrepreneurial and to building industries and businesses and wealth. They have to think of this position that I have. I'm going to use this position to build something for my people. I'm going to send a lot of children to school. I'm going to make sure that in my community, a lot of the young people can set up their own small-scale production company. The gold miner, what do you call our people, Galamsey? But the big companies, we say that they are what? If what the boy is doing is Galamsey, what the other people are doing is also Galamsey. They are all destroying the land anyway. And as a matter of fact, they have mind for all these years. What have we had from it? So what is the benefit to the people? So don't stop your people from mining. They can become wealthy. You have to give them support, teach them, and stop frustrating them and extorting from them, because it is our country. And our youth, it's our duty to make sure that our people are very much comfortable and happy to live here. It should not be the first option of majority of your people to look somewhere when it comes to building their own livelihood and building their own lives and developing themselves. So if you're in that position, do that. You are a judge in the court, you're a lawyer, do your work professionally. There should be some dignity to say that if it's yes, it's yes. If it's no, it's no. You sell something to somebody, it has to be, would you sell the same thing to yourself? If your friend tells you to leave something for him, don't put anything on it. Don't go back and take something. Those things must be stopped. If you're not happy with the work that you're doing and the salary is not enough, don't do it. Quit. Have some principles, have some backbones, have some convictions. We need that from the people we call middle class. We need that. The people that we have sent to school. We need a lot of them to have that strength, that courage, and that passion to fight and to work for the prosperity of our continent, for the prosperity of our own people. I know if you are in any top position, your duty is to make sure that your country is doing well. Your country is doing well. So my name is Obin Darko. I'm talking about middle class Africa. So grow out of the selfishness. Fight what the school put in you to only just work for your interests. And a lot of them are so superstitious, super religious, and yet the ethics, we have to push them to abide by the right ones. So they've been destroyed a lot of the times by the school and by the religion as well, majority of us. So we have no principles on our own to use our own minds. And part of the decisions that they make, the things that they do are coming from the conditioning. And so we can do something to help our people to do well. The middle class Africa. Work for the promotion and the prosperity of your own people. Don't work for the promotion of the other person. The Chinese, the Indians, the Americans, the Europeans. And then when it comes to your people, you are using a whole different marketing scheme. You don't want them to do well. There is something wrong somewhere. Thank you very much for watching. So work to push your own people. Work to promote your own people. Let the burdens of your people worry you. Fight them. Thank you very much.